Righto, gents. Well, we're getting towards the end of the year. We've got a big of announcement today with Sunshine Footy, but before we bring on Benny Vaughan, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to just do a quick wrap on what's happening around and what's happening this weekend. So, Baz, well, firstly, here you go. Where are you, mate? You're in the car. You're at the Cattery, mate, your new club.
Yeah, Rich, Baz, how are you, boys? I am, mate. I've just about to get stuck into a session and in the middle of moving out of Melbourne and moving down to Geelong. So I've just driven down the highway. It's about 32 degrees down here, so I'm going to be sweating like a pig soon. But looking forward to getting stuck into it, mate, and just about to kick off.
Beautiful. Bazza, what's going on down there, mate?
Well, it's been raining up here, boys, and but the sun's out now. It's very, very steamy. So, but all good up here. The sun's out. All smiles. There's a lot of positive stuff going on. Obviously, this weekend's a really big weekend for Blokes United. We've got the Christmas party, as you will lead into, Rich. But looking forward to that.
Are you flying in, Baz?
I'm flying in. I can't wait to. You see the guys on the page and the guys who really interact, which is great. But it's good to see. Be good to see them in the flesh, I guess. It's a bit of I don't know, a surreal world online. Yes, you get to see them, you sort of get to know them, but it's best to get to know people face to face and have a quiet beer together. And it'd be good to catch up with everyone.
Absolutely. And Higo, you're coming down for maybe a quiet light schooner, mate, and you're going to wear your number. You got number 4 this year at Geelong, mate. So you got big shoes to fill.
Yeah, I won't be bringing the jumper up, mate, but I'm looking forward to it, to get up there, have a beer with you two and the other boys that get along, and hopefully Melbourne turns on a nice day for it. I'm looking forward to catch up, like Baz said, and enjoy a relaxed beer.
Yeah, great
stuff.
He
should sort of, Rich, he should wear some sort of club branding, I think. It's his new club. He's very happy. I think he should wear something Geelong.
All right, here you go. What is it, mate? Just socks. Good stuff.
Mate, whatever Baz wears, I'll match him.
Sounds good to me. All right, so we're on at 12:30 at the Osborne Rooftop and Bar. It's open to everyone, really, so bring your partners. If you got any mates who want to come along, all we ask is that you do register, because we've got an exclusive area roped off. We want to make sure that we cater for the right amount of people, and food and beverage at your own cost. But there's a donation on the way in. It could be $1. It's up to you guys. It's going to go to men's mental health and everything we're building as a charity. So that's really exciting. So 12:30 till whenever. So check it out. The link will be in this video as well. So also, let's now bring on our new partner, Sunshine Footy. Righto, let's welcome Benny Vaughan from Sunshine Footy to the call. Welcome, Benny. Benny and I have been mates for many years, playing at Bow Sharks as young tackers. Benny, you're in Sydney now, but now you've got a company called Sunshine Footy. Sounds exciting. You're helping blokes out. What are you up to, mate? Tell us a bit about it.
Yeah, thanks, Rich. Look, first of all, I'd like to congratulate you guys on setting up Blokes United. I've got my cousins, I've got my brother, I've got uncles all signed up to it, and they really appreciate it because most of them are all in Victoria and they had a tough year. So you guys have done a great job. We have been around for a number of years at Sunshine Footy. Essentially, our case study is trying to access players from Tasmania, Victoria and South Australia to go play footy in the sun, essentially. And we work with clubs to provide the players the pathway to do that. And the infrastructure up in Queensland for AFL clubs is top shelf. And I think a lot of players get caught up in just playing at home and don't think about the possibilities of, moving interstate. When the reality is, most of the clubs that I deal with, their presidents are Victorians or South Australians or bloody Tasmanians. Everyone's moved to Queensland. And, if you just take your blinkers off as a player, you can use your skills because, as we know, Rich and Baz, your career goes pretty quickly. So, you might as well go and play in the sun. And that's what we're here to show today.
Yeah, well, I mean, it worked well for me. When I was a young buck coming through, I went to play at Southport for a couple of years, won 2 flags, and I'd pretty much surfed most days and worked in a bar, and they gave me a rental and a car, and it was pretty rosy. Some good days. And then did it over in Perth as well, so I'd highly recommend it to anyone.
Yeah, and like, I mean, to be fair, that's probably 20 years ago, Rich. And I did the same thing. I went to Port Douglas and played a year. And it ended up being 10 of us. 2 of my cousins from Camberdown, which is Western Victoria, and there was 8 of my other mates, a couple of guys who played rugby union, believe it or not. And we all went up there in 98, and we had the best year. The Magoos got done in the granny. They won the granny. We got done in the granny, so the ones lost. But 3 of my mates stayed there, got married, lived in Port Douglas, and just running around in the middle of winter with perfect conditions. And, you know, the clubs make the transition very easy for you as a player, whether you're 18, 19 or mid-20s or a family. And if you go to our website, SunshineFooty.com, there's some testimonials there of players that have made the move. Like we posted on Blokes United yesterday around Braden, who moved up from Victoria and went and played in Port Douglas. He just got in before the gates shut for COVID. And he was going through a really tough time. His marriage broke down. He didn't know where he was going. And he came through to us, to Sunshine Footy. And we said, mate, here's some clubs. Talk to him, give us your CV and see how you go. And he packed up his van and took off up there and had the best year of his life. It's on Blokes United's site.
So, Benny, how involved do you get? Are you sort of the middleman, the introductory guy from player to club? Do you, how in depth do you get into the introductory?
Yeah, good question, Baz. I'm just trying to explain to the players how easy the transition is. So without the players, our website's pretty much buggered. So we just give an introduction to the players on what's to be expected from you culturally. Also, we ask for their resume, just little things like that, and then explain to them where the clubs that might match their job skills, as an example. So Craig from Gippsland, he works on the roads, and he's going to move to Harvey Bay Bombers because they've got a lot of infrastructure going past there. So we try and match up their skill sets, their jobs, to a particular club. But saying that though, I mean, if you've got a trade, Queensland is going nuts. Like they just need any trade, Sparky, painter, plumber, whatever. And obviously, and if you're in hospitality, that's a no-brainer. It's Queensland, isn't it? So, but as far as the clubs, yeah, we try and work with the clubs around marketing tactics, targeting certain skill sets. Like everyone's after ruckman, so we try and help them try and find ruckman. But work with them around the tactics that they use through socials and through content and through video to try and get players to turn up and play with them for them.
And you're going to have a number of guys make the move quite like Rich did those years back. And I've got a few mates actually in Port Douglas playing at the moment that have made the move. But it's not just players that you're after. There's a call out for clubs as well. Yeah,
100%, Higo. Yeah, so we've had probably about 3 years ago, we had around 15 to 16 clubs all vying for that position, but we really want to get a full-on market share. And as we see, there's about 100 clubs that are probably semi-professional who are willing to pay, but it's all around trying to educate them on what we can do for them as far as trying to in a way, get rid of the tie kickers, because we do have some sort of players that come through saying, you know, how much are you going to pay? You're going to fly me up there. And the clubs aren't about that. It's about lifestyle. It's about a tree change, a sea change, and coming fit in the culture. And that's tip your hat to the AFL, because they've worked really hard with the Lions and the Gold Coast Suns to set those values and precedents. And that's sort of filtered down through all the leagues. So they don't, there's pretty much a no dickhead policy. So, yeah, we try and filter through some of the players who come in and ask those questions, and we'd say maybe you should just stay where you are or play country footy where you earn more money, because up here it's all around the lifestyle versus getting match payments. So we work with the club in that respect as well, Hugo.
Yeah, Benny, you do a great job with the players, and there's a lot of good news stories that have come out on your website. Also, coaches move around quite a bit. Do you delve into the coaches side of things as well?
Yeah, we do. We're actually up to 2 coaches right now. Yeah, it's definitely our base. Our baseline is the players, but yeah, some of the clubs are looking for coaches. So, and ideally, definitely in Queensland, they're looking for player coaches because they want them on the ground, and normally player coaches will bring a couple of players as well.
Your chance, Baz?
But it's like,
Your chance, mate?
No, I'm too old. I threw my boots away. The last game I played, I threw my boots away so I could never play again. So, no.
I couldn't agree more, Baz. It's Q in the rack. Q in the rack. I'm exactly the same. Like, there's a nines around the corner, and they all get me to try and play nines. So I'll go over my ankle, and I can't play golf, tennis. I'm done.
Sounds great, mate. Well, sounds like you've got a great little venture. I know you've got a few blokes interested already on the Blokes United, which is exciting. And Benny Vaughan's the man to speak to, all the team at Sunshine Footy. Any closing thoughts, mate? We've hit the nail. You've got what you needed, I guess, in terms of where you want to take the boys.
Yeah, thanks, Rich. Look, all I'll say to, players is have a look at the website and take your blinkers off. Take your blinkers off. I'll refer to my beautiful artwork in the background. You get one life, get on it. One life, get on it, because no one's going to help you out. You have to make it happen for you. And, if I didn't go to Port Douglas back in 98, I wouldn't be where I am today. So just think about that. Take your blinkers off and go, all right, I wouldn't mind having a look around. And worst case, you go and play a season, you don't like it, you go home. Simple.
Oh, mate, and you meet the best blokes. Like I've got lifelong friends now from Southport and Subiaco, and it's the greatest experience ever. It's something you should do if you're a footy boy that just wants to go and experience a bit of life. And now we can't travel overseas so much, probably even more the reason. But love your work, Benny boy. Thanks very much for joining Blokes United, and we'll see your popping up posts along the way.
Yep, again, great job, guys. Keep it up, and thanks very much for partnering with Sunshine Footy.
Pleasure, mate.
Thanks, Benny.